How's it, everyone? Hope you guys are doing well. My name is Charles Fulcher and this is...
Lizel, Kimber, hi.
Today we are in the Caledon Wildflower Garden and Nature Reserve again. Lizel, what are we doing here and where are we standing right now?
So we are currently standing at our hack site, which we have spent a few hours every last Saturday of every month, taking out alien vegetation like the black wattle that's lying next to me. So please bring a friend, bring water, a snack, a handsaw, gloves, sunscreen and a hat, and come join us every last Saturday of the month and help us remove the alien vegetation from the Caledon Wildflower Garden.
Okay, so we started the hack over there somewhere and we removed alien vegetation all the way up there somewhere, and then also it goes deep into the next pathway up top there. So we've removed a ton just out of this area, and it's as you can see, a lot of it is here. It's dying out, will be removed at some point, but for now we just put it on the path. What's really amazing after just 2 hacks, just the amount of black wattle and different things that were standing here, and now it's gone, and it's clean of all of that Australian nonsense, and it feels like you've really accomplished something. And if you guys join us, you'll have that same sense of accomplishment and doing something good for nature, for Mother Nature, and for our natural heritage in this awesome little mountain. En hier het ons 'n bobbejaandrolletjie.
Seker is Bobbejaan en die hond nie.
Daar is 'n bobbejaandrol.
Jy weet die honde is los.
Okay, so we're walking up a little further up in the gardens, and we're obviously excited about what's happening, what we're doing, people that are joining, volunteering, businesses that are helping, supporting what we're doing, and we hope to grow that because there's a lot that needs to be done. And you get reminded of that, especially the further up the mountain you walk. And you feel upbeat down there, and then we come up a little further up here, and then you kind of get a little depressed again, realizing what needs to get done.
A little
Because
bit
it's
despondent,
Yeah.
Overwhelmed. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, let's face it. And there's certain parts of it that we can maybe apply for a environmental eco-burn, but there's also large parts of the garden part of the nature reserve that we will not be able to do a controlled eco-burn. That literally needs to be done by hand, and we are in such a part where we would have to come in with some chainsaws, which we don't have right now, to cut down adult trees and strip bark them, and that's all part of the management. As exciting as it is, it's also very overwhelming, and it's a big job. It is a lot, but we will get there.
that over there is a whole black wattle forest. Over here is a whole what's a blue gum. That's all there, and there's a lot of kind of dysfunction down here in the stream.
Riverbed that needs to be cleaned up.
Yeah, this all needs to be cleaned up, and you'll see all of this nonsense that was cut down at some point and just left. Nothing was cleared. Just obviously someone did the effort, but having to clear all this is just a lot of money and a lot of capacity that people don't necessarily have. So this is a path. I remember when you could walk this, but it's all blocked there, and if we go up the top path now, you'll see where this path, where it leads, where it's just collapsed and been washed away by rain and all that, not being kept or looked after. This is a retainer wall, and yeah, we're going to walk up a little bit and show you some more. So we've taken another path a little up, and we are literally just only surrounded by alien vegetation. More established, bigger trees that are going to take a lot of effort to take out. So that's why we need obviously all the help we can get, all the funding we can get, all the hands we can get. So, but it's not hopeless. There are tons of techniques to actually get rid of all this nonsense and re-establish the local flora. So this is a part where this path has collapsed and all the ground washed toward the stream down there. Some more blue gum, some Australianness here. The other thing that is a problem in the reserve here is that all of the rubbish dumps, plastic and all that nonsense blows over this side when the wind really is strong from that side. It just blows into the nature reserve, into the gardens, but more so the upper nature reserve. And it's not conducive to protecting our natural heritage here in the nature reserve.
So if you do visit, please bring along a black bag, and please collect rubbish as you go along. That will help us go a long way.
Each one can do a little bit.
Each one of us can do a little bit, and these nature reserves are not the municipalities in that sense, and not Beyond Black Mountains Nature Reserve. It is actually the communities. So each one of us can play a part.
And where we come in is to try and get the community together to help us actually look after this amazing place. So dis waar burgerskap inkom. Not to keep giving you bad news, but there's obviously a lot of ground erosion in the pathways up top here. The idea isn't to make anyone hopeless, but it is to every now and again just remind us of the reality and why we are doing what we're doing. And like Lizel just said, just need to catch my breath, is that we're starting down at the bottom. That's somewhere where we can actually make a market difference, gather momentum, get people excited, and then use that momentum to move into the nature reserve, the upper nature reserve, and start making a difference there. Waar is ons nou, Lizel?
We have walked all the way up to the upper dam in the nature reserve. So there's always been this dispute that there's a gardens and there's a nature reserve, and this used to be the border. From the gardens upwards was seen as nature reserve, and then from the dam downwards was seen as gardens. But in theory and in the history write-ups, it's actually all one nature reserve. And we've never been a botanical garden, we've actually always been a wildflower garden. The difference being that a botanical garden is very set out and precise and curated and manicured and managed to penny drop perfection. Where a wildflower garden is like our garden. It's a little bit wild and a little bit curated, and it's mostly just flora from the area. And that is also the reason why this nature reserve and garden was actually established, because here is a very unique plant species that we are trying to protect.
Some more alien vegetation. Oh, there's alien vegetation all around us.
Ta-da!
So this is really where the gardens and the nature reserve really becomes even more interesting for me. It's we get into this kloof, and then this gorge kind of thing where you dip into and then you walk out again, and it is beautiful, but it's so it's so overrun by blue gums that, you know, I don't think there's any fynbos left in this whole area.
I wonder if you'd stay, if you knew the things I've kept away. I wonder what you'll do. Would you charge me with your hate? You never really knew just how terribly I needed you. You are nowhere to be found. I was falling fast into the ground. Have I lost you?
I mean, it can feel really devastating or just hopeless, let me put it that way, when you up here and you see all of this neglect or lack of maintenance and all of this alien vegetation, all of this plastic that's blown over from the rubbish dump, the dirty water, not even to mention, you see there's a little stream up there that's flowing. It's not strong, but when you come down here, there's nothing flowing because it all gets sucked up by these blue gums, and that little stream up top that I'll show you is way weaker than what it should be because of all the blue gum trees. So yes, it can feel hopeless, but you know, that's what we're about as Beyond Black Mountain, is to change all this and not to settle for hopelessness, not to settle for the current status quo, but actually to make a change, but not make it alone, but make it with you guys.
So we are actually standing within a riverbed. This is meant to not just be a stream, but actually one of 3 rivers that are meant to be flowing from out of the Klein Swartberg. Once we removed all the alien vegetation, this should become a free-flowing river again. So there is hope. There's always hope. But again, as Charles said earlier, we cannot do this alone. We need the community to rally behind us in these projects and volunteer and come out and assist us. And bring your expertise, bring a friend, and just come and join the party.
We as South Africans, we're resilient. We don't give up. We go on and we make a difference. So when we see the blue gum forest that's sucking up all the water from the water table, we don't see an impossibility. We just see Bryce and Bryce and Bryce coming up.
I lost you. Have I lost? Have I lost you? Have I lost? Have I lost you?
Lizel, wat is, waar kom die nommers vandaan?
So Charles, these numbers are actually numbers that we are busy putting up with the renowned Jeff Nichols to do a tree list for the gardens and a tree route. So watch out for that soon.
So another one of the BBM projects.
One of the BBM projects.
I wonder if you'd stay, if you know the things I've kept away.
So Lizel, we're doing some neat things in the gardens, some amazing things. But there is a question. There's a white elephant in the air. What is
A
that?
white elephant in the air.
Yeah. Not the fluffy clouds, but what's happening with this place? So Lizel, what's happening with this place behind us?
We are very excited about this place beside us because this will become a tourism information office, as we've always planned. And hopefully soon we will be able to start the renovations on the building.
But it's also it's one of many projects that we're running in the gardens, right?
Correct. That's one of many projects that we will be running in the Caledon Wildflower Garden and Nature Reserve. So yes, it's the office and information center, and as you guys know, the hacking project and the tree route that we're busy establishing again, and the eco ranges, which I am personally very excited about because we are bringing our young generation back into the gardens and having them learn about why there's so many unique species here, and how they can take care of nature and the environment around them, and that we are doing in partnership with Crew and Botsock. So we're very excited about that one.
iNaturalist.
And the iNaturalist census project that we're also running. So those links and everything is on our website, and if you want to sign up as a volunteer for any of these projects or even contribute or donate to any of these projects, you will find all that details on our website. Linked here.
No, it's there. It's on that side. We've shown you guys a little bit of the neglect up in the nature reserve in the gardens, but we've also communicated that that's not where it stops. Hopefully this vlog would leave you with hope and a sense that you want to be a part of the change.
So yeah, there's a lot of work to be done, but we can do it when you help us with that, and we will try our best to do whatever we can in the capacity that we have. But again, we need you as a community to come and assist us. So please volunteer, come out, come say hi, come have a coffee with us, come have a conversation, come find out what needs to be done. And we will see you next time.
Lizel, so ons was op 'n tyd makers genoem.
En uitverkorenes.
Uitgesoektes.
Uitgesoektes, ekskuus.
Is ons nog steeds makers?
Natuurlijk.